Alright, good morning, good day. This is the African Crypto Warlord. I hope you guys are doing well. I hope you're enjoying the lovely sound coming from my brand new Shure microphone. You can even hear the chair squeak. And a new camera. We gotta get pro out here. Thank you, bull market. Cannot complain. So today we're going to be looking into Bitcoin. I unfortunately wasn't able to do analysis as my other microphone broke, but we got an upgrade. So if you guys find this information helpful, please do like and subscribe. If you have any contradictory thoughts, please leave them in the comments below. So let's get into it. I usually start my analysis on the 21 day and I work it all the way down to the 1 minute. All right. If you want updates on the 1 minute, you'll see a link to my Discord below, and then below that will be a link to the Discord for the tools that I use, alpha trading tools. Alright, so you're more than welcome in both. There's a free package for beginner volatility traders. So this is a quantitative strategy. We're going to run it from 21 day, 14 day, 7 day, 3 day, 24 hour, and then everything down to the 1 minute. Let's get into it. What we can see on Bitcoin on the 21 day is contraction in volatility whilst losing negative correlation. So it's losing its ability, aka to make small candles up, which I and we at Alpha Trading define as positive drift. Okay, so it's losing that correlation over here. Here we can see a drive of hidden, oh, that's just a regular div coming in right here, a mean reversion phase coming through. Our DLP also hit its outlier events up here and further down. Now I got hurt trying to think I was correct doing this on XRP, thinking the 21 day isn't going to play through. All right, just watch this for the next 63 days, and yeah, you'll see how accurate it is. Okay, so now we're going to move to the 14 day. 14 day is saying 50-50 at these levels. We do have our RO coming out, breaking back through its outlier, hitting its little general return, mean of returns. DLP is saying the same thing. What we're looking for here is if you're bullish, you want to see if there's posturing on anything below the 12 hour. So the 21 day is pretty much saying sideways. 21 day is saying down with negative drift. The 14 day is saying 50-50. It's over here. I'm reading 50-50, these rules. So let's go see what the 7 day is saying, and I'll get back to the 7 day. 7 day is actually saying sneaky dump. All right, but I will demarcate this area on Poloniex over here in the top left section of my screen. I will say around about $66,350 is where BTC will be able to reclaim this longer term trend, but it needs to break $76,395 in order for me to know that the positive skew is in the right direction. Okay, positive skew in this cone, we'll get back to it. Okay, there is a mean reversion line here. Unfortunately, I would be guessing this is about the mean at $60,800 with regards to this line, the mean that could be there, and without the skew you're looking at about like $59,300. That'll be your DLP mean over here. So any hidden bull divs, it's going to be hard to pull out. I will maybe do another analysis tomorrow in order to do so. Okay, sorry, 7 days sneaky dump mode. And then over here we have again 50-50 without a trend on the 3 day. It has broken through its outlier, looking for levels to return back down to. Let's see, we've got a mean here at our reverse wave tendy. Okay, if it closes below $60,530, I would look for continuation down into this mean at 47. Any one of these lines in between could be a pit stop. Okay, that's the 3 day. If it holds above here, it gets range trapped. So if it holds above 63,000, this is getting a little bit tight. Let me just zoom in. If it holds above 63,410, it could maybe push for 70,700. Okay. Now we have the 24-hour Laplace and all the other goodness. Okay. First off, it's stuck in negative drift and there is a trend to the downside. This is just a normal drive of returns to the downside. So we need to start looking on lower term time frames where the bulls can get in. All right, like where they can start to save this structure. But just on the 24-hour or the daily basis, I'd say there's an untouched mean at $55,820. To me, it's a healthy pullback coming down here to 55,760, especially if you want to go to 100 grand. You don't want to leave these untouched. Okay, we have another one here at 46. And furthermore, to verify the top of this cone, there's an untouched weekly on the daily time frame at $41,100. Okay, now that is quite a large fall. Let's just exit out, do a percentage pull on that. We'll just use this one. Click to click. That's a 35% pullback for BTC. Okay, we have seen way more drastic pullbacks in BTC, but that was a couple years ago. All right. Now, as we start to get onto the lower term time frames, what am I looking for? We've got a weekly level over here that has actually stopped this dump bowler rolling through today. Okay, that's what's bouncing us up. Now, on the 12-hour, we technically in a pump mode, but we're losing trend. What's that going to tell me? Until stated otherwise, yes, this thing can float up, but until the trend continues, we're just going to keep on setting lower highs. All right, so any one of these regions could be a lower high: 65,340, 66,480, 67,820. Okay, these are all areas where until this thing starts to show that it's expanding, only then can it break through the top of its high. So there might be what people are starting to consider as consolidation coming through the market. I'm still yet to decide if this trend is going to continue or going to consolidate here. If it is, I'll show you on the 1 minute how we're going to define that range. Okay, right now on the 6-hour, we've hit some outliers here. Boom, as you can see, RO outlier hit one of our lines, crosses back up. If it holds above here, we know we're getting continuation on the 6-hour. So the bulls are trying to pick up on the 6-hour. I did mention this in my Discord earlier today. You're going to look for 3 hours and a 6 hours for the bulls to try and commit. Okay, now this is technically saying it is in a pump mode, but it is losing correlation, which backs the signal of a lower high to come out of this bounce that we're seeing here on the low term time frames. Pretty much fully mean reverted here on the, well, at least the fast is pretty much just ready to hit its outlier, which makes it easy to fade. Okay, so in about an hour and 45 minutes, we will maybe see a sideways candle and then it will try pick for direction. My general assumption is if it holds above $64,040, we get the continuation up into $67,000. Obviously, any one of these lines can fail it. If we start to close below here at $60,040, I'm looking for a 12% pullback into this region here at 55,623. That's pulling off the 3-hour. Okay, 90-minute has got an expansion and is in technically pump mode, but it's not the trend is your friend. So we're going to have to define this down here and watch it to see. And as I say, any holding above 64,040, even if it does pull back, any holding above there should be able to reset the trend back to the upside. This is Entropy. This is Shannon Entropy. Okay, 45-minute is having its mean reversion. This is technically a good scalp long. I should have started this a little sooner. Problem being, it's getting stuck in 50-50 and we've got a trend. All right, so I don't know if you can see these colors changing here as this moves. All right, let's just say 64,470 is pump continuation. There's a hidden bull div here, and we'll negate that, just a normal regular drive of bull div, and we'll negate that regular drive of bear div. If it can hold above 46,470, it will trigger a market pump. There is a trend to be had here. We need to go look at why it's being scalped down. Well, technically we know it's being scalped down because of the higher term time frame saying negative drift, sneaky dump, etc. Okay, so that's a hopium pump is up here into the daily mean at 67. general target is down here to this untouched monthly mean at 55,800. So that's where the negative drift on the weekly should get us within the course of the next 5 days until Monday prints again. Okay, so we have positive drift coming in here on the 15-minute. That's sort of keeping this price action sideways. Any closes below $64,040, I look for a dump. 5-minute, everyone's getting a little bit screwed here on these time frames. We are saying lower highs just because of 7-day. What do we have here? This is actually a sneaky dump mode, so I'd more than likely expect this thing to come back down here in due time. That's a 3-minute. Now let me go put it on the 1-minute cone. Is this thing still set to its right place? Oh, it is. Okay, cool. So this is how I have statistically significant probabilistic levels. I actually should have brought that forward. Okay, give me 2 minutes here. This thing, shit, should actually be here. Oh, I'm sorry, guys. I need to demarcate that. I wasn't looking correctly. Maybe because Binance lags. Alright. Have a looky see. Are we nearly there? Are we nearly there? Come on, hurry up. People are watching. Right, so this is how I programmed the cones to work. Oh, what was this number? That's going to be good. 191. 191. Right, left cone, no skew. Right cone, skew. Okay, perfect. All right, so until there's another flash in volatility, I'm technically going to call this a top on the 1 minute. Any closes below this blue line, aka $64,040, I'm looking for continuation down to worst case $61,830. We are outside of the cone. What do I want to see here? I want to see mean reversion. I want to see mean reversion come through. Okay, so if we've been outside of the cone, have we flashed red yet? We haven't. All of these haven't flashed red yet. So I can still float on top of this for now at $64,040. We would need to see a serious pump come through, something to really, like a 1% chance kind of thing. As I watch this over the thousands of days I've watched Bitcoin, it's like a 1% chance that an unusual pump is going to take it up here. All right, but anything is possible. So initially, any closes below said blue line, I'm hunting this blue line until I get new flashes here. So if you'd like to know when those new flashes pop up on the 1 minute, which negate this whole cone theory, jump into my Discord. I will be willing to share said information with you. Now we're going to pull into Bitcoin dominance. All right, Bitcoin dominance on the 15-minute. This is a monthly level. This is a daily level. This is a weekly level. As you can see, we've pretty much cleared all of them today. Any closes below 53.74, I look for continuation down. Any closes above 53.74, I look for continuation up. If you found this information helpful, please do like and subscribe, or else we give the alpha out. Okay, there, make this big screen, zoom out. Whilst I was doing this said analysis, when our pink line finally crossed to the top side here, so it's a little, it just depends on how you want to look at it, but if you had to take the candle, just the candle body, that was pretty much the bottom. Let me draw this out. This is Bitcoin's previous high, okay? As this pink line came through to Bitcoin's previous high on the candle body, we can say that that is technically the bottom. All right? Keep it simple, stupid. Now, I don't like to draw a lot, but if you were to go back and watch these analyses, that was a very significant point that I brought into this. Bitcoin in its ultimate wisdom and range, I would expect an 83,000 Bitcoin, all right? But this is a little bit of a trappy range. We're able to break through the pink, and it's usually a pink range to pink range. So if it breaks up here, I'm expecting it to touch this pink, do something at the mean. Either it has continuation or it fails, all right? We're getting trimmed off here under positive drift. Now that seems like Bitcoin actually might have some more legs, but I think we'll be able to cover that more so during the end of this week to see if any closes below here, 60, $66,550. Any closes below there? Long-term trend back to mean reversion, which is quite a big pullback, to be brutally honest. Let me just get the percentage returns out. We'll just call it from here. So it's again, we've just pulled up a 32%. We pulled up a 35% move back to the monthly means that are in this region, weeklies that are untouched. Down here, this is the same thing, all right? Any closes below there, I'm looking for a longer term downtrend. Given there's noise to be had at this region here, as that is again an untouched monthly mean. So, hope you guys have a good one. Trade safe. Don't be wasting your money on meme coins that your friends are trying to steal your money like they did in the NFT market a few years ago. And much love. African Crypto Warlord out. Check the links below. Pow pow. Peace.